Hi, my name is Kim Youngbong. Today I'll talk about StarCraft game. If you ask what is the game that the stars are playing, the goal of the game is simple. My opponent is an enemy who is at war with me, and I am a commander who can give orders to troops and soldiers. And if I kill an enemy, destroy buildings and bases and make it impossible to win, I win the war. StarCraft wins by collecting resources, building buildings, and producing troops to surrender or destroy opponents. In more detail, destroying all of the opponent's buildings wins. In this case, the term ally is used. Since StarCraft has realistically moved the world of reality into the virtual space of the game, it reflects elements such as resources, strategy, tactics, troops, ground forces, and air force very well. It is not free to fall anywhere in the sky, so you have to train your own soldiers. Of course, it will cost you money, and you will have to command and fight the enemy. And isn't there a battlefield? So there is a key concept that emerges. Uh, there are three races in the StarCraft. Terran is machine-human race with lots of steel color, machine humanoid design. Protoss is ancient alien races that give a mysterious feel to the sleek design of bright gold-colored structures and units that have advanced into space. Zerg is a worm-like monster race that grunts on something like purple jam. The map is a fighting battlefield. Resource zones are scattered in several places. The place that is out of sight is not visible because it is expressed in dark color on the minimap with fog of the battlefield. In the dark, only my troops and buildings are known, so I have to move my troops around the map to clear the fog of the battlefield. The enemy's location and buildings are also hidden in the fog, and even if the enemy comes in, it will pop out of the fog, where my troops have already passed. They are marked with a lighter gray color than the fog on the battlefield, leaving a little trail. Each map has different terrain, resources, and design, so it's important to note that each race has advantages and disadvantages. The Zerg map, Terra map, and TOS map are that the race is an advantageous battlefield. For reference, the map is made by a producer called Mapper. There are map titles of various colors such as wilderness, desert, snow, lava zone, jungle, and topographic maps such as sea and space because they are planets in space by design. The green and green grassland is actually the jungle, the home of the Protoss, and the gray ground where the universe is visible is the space station built by the real human beings on the asteroids, and the lava field is the home of the jerk. At the start of the game, you will see one of the buildings in the image above, which serves as the base. The 4 units gathered underneath are called workers. This base has the role of increasing the number of units available for collecting and using resources and producing workers. For the first time, the location where the player's base is located is called the main base, and after that, the base can be increased several times, and they are called multi. And you will notice what looks like blue minerals and craters in front of the base building. These are called minerals and Vespin gases. You have to send worker units here to collect minerals and Vespin gas. The amount that can be measured for each resource is determined. Right-clicking on a worker can pick it up and down. You can think of gas as an extra valuable resource for picking up high-end troops and buildings. And building a gas building can be done. The troops don't rise anywhere for free, so you have to spend money to produce them. And all units and buildings contain minerals or minerals and gases. In the real world, oil and gas are important resources. To tell you an interesting fact about minerals, it is said that a gum-like form before mining is called a mine. Literally, mineral crystals are gathered and a large lump appears on the ground. It is said to have tremendous strength, but the probe shoots and cuts off the particle beam, so it is a robot. But SCV is cut with a welding machine and brought to the robot arm in the hand. The secret of the great claw of plasma lasers, fusion cutters, and equivalents was not revealed. In short, it is a soldier and an enemy, army. Units gather are called units, and if they gather a lot, they are called troops and troops. When the troops gather a lot, it is said to be quantity. It can be divided into ground units corresponding to the army and air units corresponding to the air force. Workers, the role of digging money and building buildings. Think of things like engineers, military officers, and work supporters. Ground units, literally infantry units walking to the ground. It is divided into anti-air units capable of attacking air units and non-air units. Air units, literally Air Force. Flying units. It is also divided into units that are both ground and anti-aircraft. They have the habit of overlapping. Stealth unit, a unit that becomes transparent and cannot be hit by hiding its appearance on the map. Cloaking is called cloaking, and a concealed unit can be revealed using a special stealth detection unit called a detector, or a range attack using a special spell or a hidden unit using the same magic.